What do you mean by modifiers? So, modifiers are nothing but keywords that you add to those definition to change their meanings. So, even you can say this gives visibility for a particular variable or a method or a class. The Java language has a wide variety of modifiers including the following. So, Java access modifier, and there are also a few non-access modifier. Java access modifiers. Java provides a number of access modifiers to set access levels of classes, variables, methods and constructor. So, 3 access levels are package, private and public. So, by default you need not represent a keyword called package in order to say the specifier is of type package, and private is nothing but your particular variable or your particular class is visible. So, for example, if I have a class and I say it as a private, so it means that nobody else can access that. So, your private class does not make any sense. Whereas, if I have a variable, that variable could be specified as private. So, if you take an definition of an object, so whenever I have a pure object, the pure object should have all the variables to be private and all the methods should be public. It means that an object should be accessed by all the other programs. In that case, I keep my variables to be private and then I try to make that particular object's variable available only to the methods of that particular object. So, for example, if I have a particular variable being defined as private, so I say name to be private. So, it means that I cannot directly use p1.name and access this from elsewhere. So, and then if I say public, then I can directly access that. If I have declared my name as public, so it means that I can directly give my p1 dot and then I can use my variable, public variable, that is p1 dot name. Whereas, in this case I need to explicitly give a method. So, next we have a set of non-access modifier. So, this is not going to restrict the visibility or access of a particular variable or method, whereas here it gives a further specification. So, here you can look into final modifier. So, final modifier for finalizing the implementation of classes, methods and variables. The static modifier for creating class methods and variables. Abstract modifier for creating an abstract class and methods. The synchronized and volatile modifiers which are used for threads. So, now first we look into what is a final modifier. So, you know, final is a final value which could not be changed. So, for referring to a constant value, we normally use a keyword called final. So, whenever I declare a variable with a modifier final, so it means that the value is constant and could not be changed. So, next we will look into static modifier. So, what is static? So, already we have seen that your public static void main is your main prototype of your main method. Static is an access modifier which specifies that this particular variable or a block will be created even before creation of the class, and the value of this static modifier could be changed by any of the objects of that particular class. So, for example, if I have a class and then I have a variable which is being declared as static. So, in that case what we have is that particular variable is common to all the objects of the class. So, anyway we will see that in detail. The abstract modifier, it means that your method is not clearly defined at the point when it is created. So, if it is an abstract class, it means that all the methods of the class are not clearly defined. So, it means that there will be some methods which are abstract. Anyway, we will also look into abstract class later on. Synchronize. Synchronize is used for our multi-threading environment. So, this will help us to synchronize the threads. So, whenever we do multi-threading, we will try to synchronize one thread with another thread using this keyword. Next is volatile modifier. So, you know what is difference between volatile and non-volatile. Whenever you create a class and an object, first method which need to be written as the constructor. So, the method constructor method has same name as that of the class. So, your constructor method does not have any return type, it is used to initialize the instance variables. You can have default and parameterized constructor. Name of your constructor. So, constructor is a method which will be returned. So, we will have a look at this sample. So, here we have public, class, person. So, all these we have already seen. Now, we have a constructor here. So, public and then the same name as that of your class. So, this is a constructor without any arguments, and here we do not have any definition as such. So, next we have another constructor with a parameter called string name. So, here we are trying to assign a variable called name to the variable of this particular class. Next is public, person. We have two variables here, one is name, another one is age. We have three constructors here, one is without any arguments, one is with one argument and another one with two arguments. So, if you are not writing a constructor, by default a default constructor will be called. So, which will assign the default values to this particular variable.